regards to this. You know, y'all know I don't usually talk politics. I really try to avoid talking politics because at the end of the day, I'm not a Democrat nor a Republican. But, you know, I just feel like I have to speak on certain subjects pertaining to certain subjects. And this is one subject that I feel like I need to speak upon. Joe Biden continues to show black people what he think of them as a whole, and so does Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris continues to prove that she is out of touch, and that I keep trying to tell you she is not really part of the black community. And basically, the town hall that she had and the meeting that she had with Fat Joe proves it. And I really wish that people like Deborah Lee from BET would stop trying to force people like Fat Joe on the black community. I'm gonna say this again, and I'll stand on it. Fat Joe is not one of us. Fat Joe is not part of the black community. Fat Joe is fake and he's disingenuous. I guess Fat Joe is trying to continue to exercise and renew his N-word pass, because I can pull up videos from just years ago when Fat Joe was saying that he wasn't black. But black people fall for the okie doke, and we've been falling for the okie doke. And I listened to the interview with Godfrey and Shannon Sharp, and Godfrey, during that interview, he dropped a jewel. He said something that was spot on. Listen, at the end of the day, we don't always have to agree with everything somebody says and does, but when somebody speaks upon something that is factual and absolutely true pertaining to our community, you got to speak on it. The thing with black people, we expect every black person to be on one accord and have to agree on everything. If we have a different opinion about one particular thing, one particular subject, then we turn our back on each other. Happens a lot. And I keep saying, I'm willing to work with people that I don't agree 100% on certain subject matters. But if the overall goal is to put black people in a better position, I'm willing to work with people, and I may not see eye to eye with them on certain things. But the trajectory is to put black people in a better place. And that's all I've tried to do since I've been on YouTube. Listen, there's people that don't agree with everything I say. That's fine. But if they're willing to understand what I'm trying to do in regards to trying to help black people get better as a whole, and I'm not just here for black men, I'm here for black men and black women. But, Kamala Harris is just a panderer, and then not a good one at that. She's sitting up having this town hall and this, and Fat Joe trying to basically be a moderator, when Kamala Harris was known for specifically going after black people and locking them up. Listen, Kamala has a very dirty and ugly history as a AG, attorney general, and prosecutor. Now, they tried to cover it up, but you could find the information. And I put up Kamala Harris' history, how she was as a, attorney general, prosecutor. And of course, people got mad, and particularly black women, saying that we hating on Kamala Harris. And listen, I didn't fall for it 4 years ago. Definitely ain't falling for it now. Joe Biden has disrespected black people since he's been in office. And this thing with him bringing Glorilla to the White House just shows that he think black people are unintelligent and think of us as low-hanging fruit. He doesn't think very much of us. I thought that was a joke when I thought it was some kind of AI, but come to find out it was real when Joe Biden was sitting up here eating fried chicken with some black family as if the only thing we eat is fried chicken. So I guess all of us, when we come home from work and we get home, is fried chicken waiting for us. He do know we eat more than fried chicken. We eat salad, we eat pasta, we eat vegan. We do eat more than just fried chicken. And Joe Biden has a history of racism. But you have people that want to ignore that. But then you got people talking about Donald Trump and going to sneaker con and all this kind of stuff, and his comments towards black people about the mug shot and all this kind of stuff. But then Joe Biden basically goes and has so-called dinner with a black family and eats fried chicken, but nobody says nothing. And they've been playing this game with us for years. And we need to stop listening to the dimmer dummies, because that's pretty much what they are. And I'm not being no dimmer dummy. Joe Biden sit up there and been lying about he trying to fix immigration and all this kind of stuff, but yet they didn't pass laws basically saying that they can have weapons, that they're undocumented. They're exercising their Second Amendment right. How do you have Second Amendment rights and you are not a citizen of this country? But then again, I'm not allowed to exercise my Second Amendment rights, but they tell me I can't have weapons, but I was born here. But then they came up with every way possible to prevent people as a whole from defending themselves. They sat up there and flew 300,000 of them in here. Kind of reminds you of the so-called war on drugs, the Contras, when they were sitting up here saying that they declared war on drug dealers, but come to find out that the United States was assisting in bringing the drugs in and flooding our communities, just like they did flooded a lot of our communities with those immigrants. And then the next step is they're going to give them voting rights. Joe Biden continues to insult black people, but then we don't say nothing because, black people have this fixation where they have to defend everybody and they're scared to say anything about anybody else. But yet these people are coming in here trying to insult black people, calling us lazy and all this kind of stuff. There were videos that were showing up that were in Spanish where they were saying that they were helping people come to the States. But then y'all don't say nothing. But then people like me, you get mad when I point this stuff out. Oh, you need to do more research. I've done my research. The research is right before my eyes, and the research can be found online. But y'all continue to listen to Roland Martin, who's been caught in several lies. But the CDM have Glorilla. Glorilla is about as unintelligent as they get. But this is what they think of black people. Oh, bring somebody like Glorilla. Like Glorilla got that kind of influence. Who in the hell would listen to somebody like Glorilla? That's just real talk. Oh, bring her in. But then again, the last time it was Cardi B. I mean, this is just laughable. It's a reason why they nicknamed him Jim Crow Joe. All you got to do is Google Joe Biden's racist history and it'll turn up. It's not like it's difficult to find. This is the same dude that said it wouldn't matter to him if Haiti sunk into the ocean. Same dude that didn't want his kids to go to school with black people. This is the same dude who has a son that was saying all kind of racist stuff and sending racist emails, mocking black people, using the N-word and all that kind of stuff. So I mean, but then again, you guys fall for it. And this is why people don't respect black people and respect the black community, because we never put our foot down. We only want to argue amongst each other, and we want to defend other people that don't look like us. So like what you see when you always have a lot of these rappers caping for Eminem and stuff. I mean, it's just laughable. It's been proven time and time again how the Democrats feel about black people. They have sat up here and I can make an argument that the Democrats have undermined black people just as much as the Republicans. But you guys fall for it. What have they really done? And don't say that student loan forgiveness stuff. That's for everybody. What are the tangibles that specifically help black people? Kamala Harris said herself out of her own mouth that she wasn't going to do nothing that specifically helps the black community. What have they really done in 4 years for the black community? But they've helped other communities out. You know, the Obama administration, they helped a lot of the immigrants out, even though Barack deported some of them, but he helped them out. He was the ones that said that the Hispanic community and the Skittles community helped him get elected. So, I mean, y'all finna fall for this again. I mean, Glorilla, for real. And the whole thing is so, like I said, the hypocrisy that's just oozing out in regards to the whole rap genre with artists like Gorilla. Now, keep in mind, a lot of these rappers don't even, especially the female rappers, don't talk about nothing anyway except prostitution and how many men they sleep with and all this kind of stuff. And twerking and all this kind of stuff. So you want somebody like Glorilla to represent the black community and the hip hop community? Really? And then Cardi B, it's an argument about Cardi B even being really black, because a lot of Dominicans don't even see themselves as black, to be honest with you. You know, I'm just putting that out there because, you know, a lot of people don't really want to tell the truth. It's kind of funny. Back in the day, Ludacris and Nelly and a lot of different rappers called all kind of hell, saying they were objectifying women, in particularly black women, exploiting them and just portraying them as just sex object, with, you know, not just seeing them as nothing but sex objects. But now every other female artist seem to basically rap like that. Talk about how big they butt is and how many men they sleep with and all this kind of stuff, and how, you know, men got to spend thousands of dollars on them to go out on a date with them, and basically how they just pretty much prostitute themselves, but that's accepted. So that just goes to show you the hypocrisy, and this is why you can't take women serious, and particularly black women. Okay, I'm green light. I'm about to block you just on GP. Just on GP, I'm about to block you since you trying to be funny. So I'm about to block you. So goodbye. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So we're not doing that. Anybody else want to come on here trolling? So, you know, I just, you know, anybody else want to, I'm zero tolerance. But anyway, this just had to be said. And then you have CNN interviewing people like Glorilla. Really? But this is, and no, don't say that they're trying to be hip. They're not trying to be hip. They're trying to insult us. They're trying to insult us. But that's what Joe Biden been doing. Joe Biden been disrespecting black people as a whole since he been in office. It's funny that they didn't gave billions of dollars to support wars that you have to even wonder what have to do with the United States. They can find billions of dollars to give to, you know, other countries, but when it comes to helping us and looking out for us. Then all of a sudden they have to do the research. They need to do all the research in the world for reparations and other things pertaining to tangibles for the Black community, but then they can just easily give billions of dollars away and get involved in other wars that don't have nothing to do with them and find money to give to other people. But then I'm sitting here, walking around here, going through my hometown of Oakland, California, seeing how bad the homeless problem is. And these are American-born citizens, not just Black people, but just American-born citizens. So that just goes to show you that it's more about politics. It's politics instead of politics, because they pull more tricks over you than anything else. But, you know, keep taking the bait. Keep taking the bait. But, you know, I just wanted to put that out there because this needed to be said. But keep falling for the okie doke. Keep falling for the okie doke. Keep believing in the BS that the dim and dummies keep throwing at y'all. I'm out.